Players, ¿cómo están? Bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio de Full House. El día de hoy tenemos un invitado muy especial, Joe Hebert. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Caesar. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
I'm glad. I'm very excited to have you here in the podcast, man. I met you 2 months ago in Puerto Vallarta. We had a great time there. How was your experience in Mexico?
Man, I had a blast. It was only my first time ever going to Mexico to play poker, and everybody was so warming and so welcoming. Yeah, I will definitely be back again for sure.
Did you already know Mexico before?
I've been to Mexico once about 15 years ago with family. It was nothing with poker related or anything like that. One of my buddies, Michael Leck, actually turned me on to come to this series, and I really had a good time. So,
Man, Michael. So you're basically a legend. Won the domestic main event last year for $1.5 million. I want to go back. I am very curious how your poker career started.
my poker career started and it roughly started in summers when I was younger. My grandparents' house, we used to play at the table, and we played different games and all stuff like that. And that's how it started, really. But in 2003, when Moneymaker won the World Series, it kind of boosted me to play more and play more poker and stuff like that. So I worked at a restaurant up until around 2010 full time, and from there on, I worked part time there the rest of the career. But I started in 2003. I think I played my first tournament live in 2003, and it didn't go as well as I thought it was going to go. So, but that's where it all started.
Playing
I did
in Louisiana?
in Louisiana, yeah, New
Okay.
Orleans. New Orleans, Louisiana is where I'm from, and that's the first time I played at Harris, New Orleans. Um, that's where my career started, and then I learned of online poker, and I started playing there, and my game started getting better and better. And in 2012, I played the Harris New Orleans main event for the circuit event. I got second.
Yeah, you
Uh,
were the runner-up, right?
yeah, I
Right
was a
there, right?
runner-up. Yeah,
Okay.
I've done that. I've done that 3 times or 4 times, I think now. So one
Okay.
time I will get first, but
Yeah, totally.
yeah, for sure.
So
But
that was like your first significant tournament. Like you said, I'm good at this.
that was my first significant live tournament. I played online and had success online, but that was my first significant live tournament. And I still didn't get to travel as much because my son was born that year, so I didn't travel as much because of that, and I just focused on online and I played live when I could. So and throughout the 10-year span, I've met a lot of people and my game has changed so much. Like we were talking about earlier, how you have to learn and experience poker in order to get better at it. And I've done a lot of that in the last 12 years, I'd say. So
Yes, totally. And did you play cash games on online or just tournaments?
I mostly play tournaments.
Okay.
I play cash rarely, but mostly just for fun. I really like tournaments. I like the strategy in the game in it.
Okay. And back then, what tools do you have to study? Because nowadays it's like super common that there's poker coaching and a lot of material in online.
I
What?
just I noticed that the playing just a regular ABC style poker was not going to work in order to be successful. It worked if you wanted to win in tournaments, you had to come first, second, and third. In order to do that, you had to have a strategy behind it. And in order for me to get better at that strategy, I had to learn different people's style. And in order to experience that, I had to play more. And I learned that I wasn't going as deep as I wanted. So I figured I had to change my style and change my method. So I started studying more and learning more of strategy and tournament poker, and it really helped me out. Along with meeting fellow tournament players and talking over hands, that helped out a lot as well.
Great. You told me that it was not in your plans to play the main event tournament the last year. Michael, I remember that Michael told me an epic story that you started this event, right?
Yes, yes. So
Wow.
I had and the series was in December of last year,
Okay.
and I was there for 2 weeks, and I planned to play the main, but only if I had a good trip, So like I wasn't gonna play, so I was down a few thousand, and the couple nights before I was chip leader in one of the ring events, and there was 9 left, and I'm chip leader, and I wound up getting ninth. So I was kind of devastated with that, and I wasn't going to play a satellite. And Michael was like, "There's this last satellite, you should jump into it." And so I jumped into the satellite, and I wound up winning the seat.
Great.
So for
And
330,
then the tournament was everything good. You were
I mean,
eliminating a lot of players.
well, it was crazy. So in the first day, it was kind of back and forth, back and forth. I remember one key hand that I won. It was early on in the stage. This guy was playing kind of crazy at my table, and he four bet me, and I jammed with fives because he had been four betting all the time and been real quick. I jammed with five. He called with sevens, and
Wow.
I turned to five to survive. And this is like the first, like, I think, like 4 hours of the tournament.
Okay.
So that happened, and then I was like kind of in the middle of the pack the whole day on the first day, and at the end I kind of picked up steam and I started catching hands, and I think I wind up bagging 40 of 70 for day two,
Okay.
and in day two I was actually at the middle of the pack. Nothing was going my way the whole entire time. I think at one point I was 40 of 42, and then I just kept grinding out, winning my races when I needed to, and then I was 26 of 28.
Okay.
So like I kept getting, and all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, and like the in two levels, I was chip leader with 18 left, and then after that, I knocked out six of the remaining 18 players, and
6 of the 18.
six of the
Whoa.
18 players, yeah, six. I knocked out six of the 18 players to make the final table.
So you were the super chip leader at the final
I was
table.
double. I was double. I had 13 million. Second place had six.
Okay. Whoa.
So yeah, and there was a
And
there,
then how was the experience of the WSOP like call you and we have the main event here live? How was that experience like mixing this online and then live?
I think the experience was amazing, but I mean, the only thing that was kind of crazy about it was the COVID. Because if
Yeah.
you get COVID, you get disqualified. So like as soon because it was during the holidays of Christmas, and as soon as I made the final table, I called my fiance and my son, and I flew them out there immediately. And little did I know what's crazy is that my dad was going to bring my fiance to the airport. But my dad luckily didn't do that because they kept it from him. My dad actually had COVID.
No.
How crazy is that, right? So my
Yeah.
dad actually had it. So if he would have had brought them to the airport, maybe it would have been different. So
Yeah,
uh,
maybe you got the COVID too or something like that.
exactly. So I get
Yeah.
disqualified. So yeah,
There was a player that was disqualified, right?
yeah, Pesh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Pash.
De Silva, yeah, he got, and it was crazy with that too because we all stayed on the same floor at the Rio.
Okay.
We all had to be there on Saturday. We played on Monday, and we all had to be there on Saturday, and we all stayed on the 16th, on the 20th floor. I'm sorry, on the 20th floor. So we had to get tested on Sunday and tested on Monday, and he tested positive on Sunday. So we all were in the same floor, the same elevators, same everything. So like I was literally carrying hand sanitizer and gloves because
Okay.
if I test positive, I get disqualified. So
But then in the table is like super easy, right? There's nobody with you, only like the press right there, but no crowd, no
no
public.
crowd. You could literally hear a pin drop in the arena. Normally I'm there every year for the last 10 years. I've been to Vegas during the summer, during the World Series. And normally it's all crazy. Everybody's drinking. Everybody's
Yeah.
got shirts on. It's really wild. And just to walk into the Amazon room and you just see darkness and then one center of lights. I didn't take any pictures because I had a pretty bad phone at the time.
Okay.
I have to show you a video. Maybe I'll share with you of
Okay.
Michael
Yeah.
after I won.
Totally.
It's pretty
So
funny.
there was only the table right there, all the
Yeah,
lights.
all the lights, the table, and the normal thing they have with the World Series in the back, the red, the background, and all that stuff. And you walk in, and that's all you see, and you see darkness all around it. And literally at the table, you can hear a pin drop. They had one at one point. One of the ladies was filming and she dropped her camera, and she like got so embarrassed because the whole table like was like looking.
Like,
It's so
okay.
quiet. Yeah,
Okay. So
and
it was like a sensation of pure poker, right?
it was pure poker, pure just like there's no distractions, which is you don't get when in live poker a lot, especially in that scenario. You get that when you're playing normally in normal settings, but at final tables usually at the World Series it's crazy and it's wild and everybody's screaming. Everybody's. I mean, I know I would have had the biggest section. I'm sure. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure I would have had the biggest section.
And then what happened on that final table? All the things go well.
Yeah. I mean, everything went my way. I didn't. I had a lot of chips, so I didn't really have to play too aggressive. I could play passive and pick my spots. And when we got four-handed, I really turned up the aggression and started being more aggressive and just applying maximum pressure
Okay.
in certain
And
spots.
you keep and you keep the chip leader on that final table, right?
I kept the chip leader the entire time. I was the only one that had these 500K red chips, and I was the only one that had them the entire time. Like nobody else had them except for the last heads up match. The gentleman had red, but it only lasted one hand. So
Yeah, one had ace queen versus queens, right?
yeah, ace queen versus
Ace on the
queen,
flop. That's
ace on the
it.
flop is over. Yeah, and he before the hand even was dealt, he came over to me. He goes, "You're gonna win this hand." And I was like, "What?" He goes, "You're gonna win this hand." I was like, "All right."
Thank
And
you.
then the ace comes out and he goes, "Congratulations, Joseph, congratulations." And I was like, "Wait, it's not over yet. It's not over yet." Because you've seen stuff like that happen, So,
Yeah. Like
but
like you start like celebrating the hand and then the wolf. But
yeah,
but it was super fast. You won in the first hand in the heads
one
up.
hand,
And,
yeah, and
yeah,
you
and,
know,
and
and
and then how was your brain back then? Like, and then you're going to free roll a 1 million
1 million. Well,
prize.
you
Yeah.
know, I I won the tournament, and I won. My mom. I don't know if you knew the story. My mom passed away July of that year, and that was her favorite hand, and so I won the tournament. Like they had a saying that I won for the queen, which is my mom. So it was pretty cool that all of them were out there. So I was full of emotion, and I couldn't even control myself. So just to experience that in general, and just to have all my friends, calling me on the phone, and everybody, all the support I had was amazing. So.
Man, was great. And then what happened with the heads up match? That I know that Damian Salas were your opponent. He won on Rosbadov and then traveled to Las Vegas. Do you were nervous with that
Oh
free
yeah, I was nervous. I
roll?
mean, what's crazy is the tournament was Monday, and we were supposed to play the heads up on Wednesday.
Okay.
So it was supposed to be heads up 2 days later, but he wound up getting postponed. He couldn't get in the country, so we didn't play for 6 days.
Like 1 week. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, 1 week we didn't play for 1 week, and so I was nervous playing against them because you know uh, heads up was way different than playing a nine-handed tournament, especially when you start even in stacks.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a grind. It's gonna be a really tough match, and
Yeah.
but I enjoyed the challenge because it really meant a lot to me. And we played 7 hours heads up, and it came
Seven
down.
hours.
Yeah,
Oh.
7 hours heads up, and it came down to both of us having 10 big blinds. And I got it in with ace queen versus king jack, which is the same hand I won with. So I'm like, I can't lose this. And he just flops the king, and it's over. So
And it was about
actually,
to it was
I think he
about
flopped the king
to
twice.
finish, right? Because Damian had like five big blinds,
No,
and
I
then
had Damien 9-1 twice.
9-1.
Yeah, I had him 9-1 twice, and he just came back and he won every race he needed to be. He had caught the cards he needed, and you know how heads up is. It's just tough when you get them on the ropes, and then all of a sudden they just get a little momentum, and that's what happened. There was a couple hands I could have maybe called off in spots, but overall I think I played great. Uh, come down to a coin toss, and
Is
you got to
there
win
any
it.
possibility in that kind of matches to make a deal with the other player or not?
No, there's a yeah. You couldn't make a deal. No deals.
Okay.
Yeah, just because the World Series they don't promote any deals, and they want one winner, and they don't want to promote deals.
Okay.
So yeah, so he got the million and the bracelet. So,
Well,
but
well,
great customs.
it was a great experience, man.
Oh
A
man,
great
it was worth
experience.
it. It was worth every. My son was there. He got to experience that. He got to see me on TV. He was crying after.
Mm.
He came up and gave me a big hug and was crying because he got to see me on TV. He wanted me to win so bad, so I did too. But like I think I was a great sport, and I just enjoyed just the experience in general. So it didn't even
Yeah.
matter about the win, but it gives me a challenge to have to win something to win it next year. So or this year, I guess.
Yes, totally.
So.
Obviously, this kind of experience is life changer. How this affect your poker career and then in your personal life?
No, it definitely gave me the freedom to be able to travel a little bit more. I can actually not have to worry about stuff right now, so I can actually experience life a little bit better. Paid some stuff off as well as got my son that he wanted this bird that he wanted this expensive bird that he wanted when I won. If I won, that was the deal. So I had
An
to buy him that.
expensive bird?
No, it's a bird,
Okay,
bird.
bird. Okay,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah. He wanted this green cheek conure, so I had to buy that for him. So,
okay. He deserved it.
so
Okay.
but yeah, so I get to travel a lot more, and it's been amazing. So I can't even explain the way it feels just to have the freedom to be able to play more and play the game I love.
Yeah.
And
You won an epic tournament. But now, what is your next goal? What is the thing that you most want right now?
what do I want the most? I
Yeah.
mean, I want to win a bracelet. That's what I want to
Totally.
do. That's
Yeah.
my goal, and that's my next goal, and it's going to happen this summer.
Yeah.
Actually,
Totally.
actually, July 1st is the first tournament for the bracelets online series in Vegas. So that's my goal this summer is to
You
just
will
to
have
show.
to invent some a dance. You have to make your moves like Michael, something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
to celebrate
yeah,
to the bracelet.
yeah, yeah. I don't know if I can emulate Michael's epic dance moves, but I'll try my best. He
Yeah.
he definitely is one of a kind with those moves, especially with that shirt he had on too. He had the nice multicolored shirt on, and he was doing those moves. But I need to try some of that this year. And July 1st is the first series for the bracelets, and I can't wait till October, November for the World Series to come back. I will be there for.
Yeah, we'll be there, and we are going to make
I can't wait.
you the railing to you
We're
to
gonna,
win the bracelet. Totally.
yeah, we're gonna actually have the rail. We'll have to wear t-shirts and everything. So I can't wait.
Yeah,
Uh,
totally.
it's gonna be super exciting.
Man, one question more. If you have the opportunity to give an advice to Joe when he started your poker career, what kind of advice would you give him?
When I started my career, what advice would I give him?
Yeah.
I would tell him that it's going to take hard work, a lot of ups and downs. But in the end, if you put your mind to it, anything can happen. So but it's not going to be easy, and you meet a lot of good friends on the way, and just to just hold on and you'll get through the hard times because that was the toughest part for me.
Yeah,
You know,
totally.
just knowing you're good enough, and all of a sudden you lose this one race, and you get all defeated because you lose a coin toss. So that's the main thing of poker is just to keep your head up because you know as long as you keep your focus and your determination, you can accomplish anything.
Yeah, totally, man.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, man. It was a great honor to have you here. I hope to see you soon. You're
Yes.
a great guy. It was a pleasure to meet you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it, Caesar. It was a pleasure to meet you as well.
Thank you.
I can't wait till the next time.
Yeah, totally, totally. Amigos, con eso nos despedimos de este episodio de Full House. Que estén en lo mejor. Nos vemos en el siguiente. Hasta la próxima.